Welcome to this short presentation on the warm season turfgrass species, Zoysiagrass. Zoysiagrass, depending on the species, is adapted to tropical, subtropical, and warm temperate regions of the United States. Here in the States, this extends from the transition zone, that area where it's too hot in the summer for cool season turf grasses and too cold in the winter for warm season turf grasses, down through the southern part of the United States. There are 3 species of Zoysia grass, but we are only going to be concerned with 2 of them, Zoysia Matrella and Zoysia japonica. Zoysia tenuifolia is not used as a turf grass, but I mention it because it was used in a cross with Zoysia japonica to produce the popular cultivar called emerald. Looking at this table, you can see that the origins of Zoysia grass are through Asia and Southeast Asia. Looking at the leaf widths, Zoysia matrella has a finer leaf texture of the 2, while Zoysia japonica has much better cold tolerance. Visually, you can see here the differences in leaf texture between the 2 Zoysia species. Zoysia matrella is on the right and Zoysia japonica is on the left. Zoysia japonica is the most popular Zoysia species in the United States, due in a large part to its superior cold tolerance that makes it much more adaptable to the transition zone or more northern areas of the southern United States, areas like Kansas, Missouri, even out on the East Coast through Maryland and Baltimore. Zoysia japonica is used primarily on golf course fairways and tees. This slide provides a general overview of Zoysia grass as a fairway turf. Zoysia is a low-maintenance turf grass requiring little fertility and water. With regard to mowing height, on fairways most warm-season turf grasses are maintained around a ½ inch. I have added a slightly higher height of cut, which is in parentheses because Zoysia japonica can also be used as a lawn grass or in roughs. In the previous slide, varieties of Zoysia japonica are either established vegetatively or by seed. Given the difficulty in getting Zoysia grass to germinate and its slow establishment rate, most of the golf course fairways that are Zoysia grass have been sodded. You can imagine how expensive it is to establish golf course fairways by sodding them. The cost of sodding Zoysia grass fairways can exceed $1 million. Given Zoysia japonica's excellent shade tolerance, especially compared to Bermuda grass, it is often used on shaded tees or areas where Bermuda grass struggles or has difficulty surviving because of the low light conditions. Although relatively tolerant to cold temperatures, Zoysia grass will go dormant during periods of cold weather. The turf often appears as a golden brown. In this photograph, the green surround is Zoysia grass, which is dormant. The green itself is creeping bentgrass. Zoysia matrella, known as Manila grass, is a finer textured Zoysia grass compared to Zoysia japonica. Compared to Zoysia japonica, Zoysia matrella is slower to establish and not as cold tolerant. Where it is adapted, like Southeast Asia, you can find it on golf course tees, fairways, and roughs. Zoysia matrella has been used on putting greens, normally as a temporary summer green. Here in this photograph, the putting green in the distance is creeping bentgrass, while the green closer to the tee is Zoysia matrella. When extreme stress occurs during the summer to the creeping bentgrass, these golf courses would switch to this Zoysia green. This was the old way of building golf courses in Japan and is no longer done. As a green, Zoysia matrella is inferior in quality compared to Bermuda grass because it is puffy in nature, generally very slow green speeds due to the stiff upright leaves that reduce ball roll. However, in the following presentation, we will see how the newer varieties of Zoysia matrella have been bred for putting green use. Zoysia matrella can also go dormant once temperatures become cool. In this case, winter temperatures in many parts of Japan cause Zoysia grass to go dormant. Under fairway conditions, Zoysia Matrella is maintained between a half and 3/4 inch height of cut. Mowing height should be as close to a ½ inch as possible, and it would be suggested to mow with a heavier mower unit due to the puffiness that can occur. Fertilization levels are moderate. Maintained under rough conditions, Zoysiagrass height of cut is between 1 and 2 inches, with minimal nitrogen applications. This concludes a short overview of Zoysiagrass as a turfgrass species, but I thought I would show this last picture, just as a point of interest. I took this picture in front of an Egyptian golf club. The turf, or what looks like an ornamental planting, is actually Zoysia Matrella.